Hey everybody, welcome back to the Calibrate Tools channel. Glad you guys could make it once again on another Tuesday. Guys, I'm not on camera this time. I'm actually on location and trying to make it very discreet here this time because don't necessarily want to disclose where I am because I'm on a squatter removal job with the infamous Flash Shelton. I had him featured on the channel in the past. He is a professional squatter remover, but he didn't start out that way. He started out as a handyman. And Flash, how long you been doing handyman work? When did you start doing handyman work?
I was 16 years old in 1983.
That's 1983. Flash he's been around. He's been around for a minute. Okay, and I've been on a few jobs with him and doing work here and there, and now he has evolved into doing something totally different, but it's still in the realm of home improvement as far as I'm concerned, because anytime you have a squatter in your home, that's a downgrade. So if you can get them out, I would consider that an upgrade. Okay, so Flash, tell us about the handyman business, because I know there's a lot of people thinking about it. I see ads on social media, promoting the handyman work as a career, and some people look down on it. They think it's that's blue collar work, but they have handymen out there making a good living, feeding their families. And tell us more about how you made it work for you.
Well, for me, it was just something that I fell into. I mean, I started doing things, as a teenager, and I got this idea that if I built a business that could continue without me, I would never have to retire. I'd always have an income. I'd never rely on Social Security, things like that. And so I started doing, handyman work, and then I became a contractor, and then ultimately went back to handyman type work. And the best thing I could say is that it's for me, it was a great industry. It provided for my family. It also allowed me the availability to be there for my kids, to never miss a function, make my own hours. And as long as you are somebody who can, learn as you go, and you're open to, learning every single day, and being persistent and working hard, and the other thing is, don't bite off more than you can chew. You need to know your limits. And, people literally are ruined and go out of business because they take jobs that they aren't qualified to do. So, some people say, well, you're a handyman, you don't have a license, and there are limitations. So you also need to know legally what your limitations are. So, just, be honest with your customers. I have talked myself out of jobs, but at the same time, while doing that, I actually talked myself into a customer, because a customer is going to appreciate the honesty. And if you say, hey, you know what? That's really not in my wheelhouse. I'm not comfortable doing that. They're going to appreciate you being honest with them, and you're going to have possibly a long time customer just because they respect you and appreciate your honesty.
Yeah, that's great. Another thing about handyman work, Flash, is that the startup cost is very low. Is that accurate? You're not breaking the bank just to start a handyman business. You can start off with I don't know, minimal amount of supplies and tools, and like you said, it depends on the complexity of the projects that you're gonna take on.
I started out at 16 years old, basically going and doing anything that I could. It was cleanup. It was anything in the neighborhood. I was taking care of, rental properties. I was watering lawns. I was mowing lawns. I was doing things that didn't even require me to have tools in the beginning. I got a piece of paper and I made flyers and walked it around the neighborhood. You know, Now you can get business cards for free through some, online business cards you can order your first 500 or 50 or whatever it is for free, and you can, literally walk through a Home Depot and or a Lowe's, and and meet people that are asking for they ask questions, and you answer their questions, and you give them a business card. So it's extremely low cost to start a handyman business. You get the tools as you need them, and incorporate that into a job. The cost for your tools, and just build your business. Don't go out and buy a bunch of stuff that you don't need up front. So yeah, if you have a basic knowledge, and be able to work with your hands, it's a great job for anyone, and it doesn't take a lot of money to start it.
Yeah, that's great. Another thing about that is, you can just rent tools sometimes. Like even with my channel, I do a lot of tutorials, as everybody knows, and I don't purchase tools all the time. I rent some of those tools, um, and that's the great thing about it. And so you went on and did that for what you said? How many years was that?
It's been 41 years.
41 years, guys. That's a hell of a career. To have the flexibility that you want and make the money that you want and be able to spend time with your family that you want. Because I know Flash, he himself is a family man, and he makes sure to let you know that the family comes first. So from there, Flash, you went on to create United Handymans Association, right? Tell us more about that.
Yeah, first I want to say about the renting tools. One of the things that I wish I would have done, from the very beginning is either rent a tool or return a tool, because
Yeah,
I have
I've done
way like, it's needing when you need like multiple garages because you have way too many tools, and then, you're, it, it it's
Not
just
even using
crazy,
them.
and you don't even use them after a while. So,
Right.
so yeah, I wanted to mention that. But
Okay.
yeah, I started so long ago that you weren't able to get insurance as a handyman back then, and handymen were not considered a business. And things have changed over the years, but I originally was fighting for handyman rights, and fighting for respect, and fighting to be able to get insurance and actually have a business. And it ended up segueing into me, starting the first nationwide handyman association, which is United Handyman Association. And and now we're able to offer not only business insurance but medical insurance, and we do a full screening process, and handyman businesses can get registered and certified through us, where we do background screenings, and even stand behind our handyman businesses, to where if a customer has a problem, we'll pay them for their loss up to $5,000. So it's been a great thing. But yeah, I mean, I just started out just basically being the neighborhood kid, and then I went from there to creating the association.
So how many members are in the association right now, Flash?
I don't know. I mean, it's in the thousands. It's nationwide, and
Okay.
but I don't know. We have multi tiers, so the majority of our members are like just free registered members. So I don't know what those numbers are at this time.
Well, guys, you can see that Flash wasn't just a regular handyman. He actually created an organization to help handymen out there get jobs, and also help clients to screen uh, potential threats as well. So that's a pretty good deal right there. So you guys, if you're a handyman looking to get jobs, get referrals, check out the United Handymans Association. I'll leave the links below. Um, but you didn't stop there, Flash. You went on to become something even more infamous, I should
Yeah,
say. I didn't say famous. I said infamous.
right, right.
And that's the squatter hunter. Talk about what happened there, man. Because I remember when it was just in the beginning stages. Now you're all over the news, man. What's going on? All over the media.
Yeah, I went from fighting for handyman rights to fighting for homeowner rights. So yeah, just you know, my mom was my family. My mom was a victim after my dad passed away, and we had 7 squatters, and I just figured out a way to get the squatters out in less than a day, and a video went viral, and then I all of a sudden found myself fighting for law change and helping homeowners, and yeah, and I became known as the squatter hunter. So I spend a lot more time now going, traveling, and getting squatters out, and Dylan comes and helps me with a lot of those cases as well.
Matter of fact, guys, we're actually on a squatter removal job as we do this live, and yeah, I can tell you, man, it's amazing the things that go on in the world of squatters, and the lack of consideration they have for landlords, for themselves, even for their own children, when they put their children in these situations to possibly tarnish their future as well. So it's sad to see that, and I understand it's hard times out there. People feel they have to do what they have to do, but if it's at the expense to the tunes of thousands of dollars, that other people have to shoulder because you don't want to pay the rent, or you don't want to, you just want to live free or take advantage of people. It's a pretty sad situation. So Flash decided to do something about that in his own way, and I guess it was, the stars were aligned for him, because there's a lot more going on for him in that world than other people doing it, because there are others that do it, but not they don't have the notoriety that he does. And it all started from, like you said, a YouTube video, right, of him removing squatters from his mother's house. And but yeah, so I've been working with him as well on some of these jobs, not all of them, some of them. And it opens your eyes to human nature. But yeah, like I said, I just wanted to talk a little bit about handyman work and opportunities that you can have there. And I felt he would be the best one to talk about it to you guys. So I'm going to make this live a short one tonight. Hope you guys got something out of it. I'm going to leave the links below to Flash's platforms, and you guys can check it out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.
Cool.